Hey everybody, this is Miss Doak, and we are looking at Module 1, Lesson 15. Okay, so as you can see, today has another Dropbox assignment. Alright, and this one goes hand in hand with what we did last week in Lesson 9. Okay, so if you did any planning for last week and you use, let me try to show you my paper. If you use this document, the pre-writing and planning sheet for Lesson 9, Writing a Fable, then you want to use this document again to help you fill in all of the planning sheets for today. Okay? So hopefully at the bottom of this sheet you did your planning, okay? This was where you started developing like your characters, thinking about the moral that you wanted to use, and kind of creating that theme of like actions have consequences, whether they're good or bad consequences, stuff like that. Hopefully you got your plan together on your outline. You already have figured out like what's going to be in paragraph 1, like where you tell about your characters and their setting, like where it takes place. And then you started telling us about the conflicts that's going to happen, like any kind of problem that your characters are having, because because in a fable, one character has some kind of character flaw, like where they're either really selfish or angry or jealous. And because they can't get past that, something bad usually happens and there's a problem in the story. And then the other character usually helps them kind of learn their lesson and become better because of that. And that's usually when you see kind of their consequences and their lesson that they learned at the end, okay? So hopefully you've already have that kind of laid out and you've already, kind of thought about most of that. Because today you're going to get an opportunity to really take it further and actually write your whole story, okay? So a lot of people have been excited about that, and that is wonderful. So really quick, I'm going to show you where to find different documents, but I want you to keep in mind, this right here is where you turn it in, okay? You have to type it, save it on your computer, and then click this link right here, and it will open and let you upload a document and then submit it, okay? So you have to upload it, then click submit, all right? Okay. So look right here in 3.1. This is where you start really writing your fable, okay? It is going to give you this planning sheet right here, okay? This graphic organizer opens up, all right? And it tells you to make sure that your fable has a narrator, like someone that's helping tell the story, and probably 2 characters, okay? Tell about real or imagined experiences. So like if you've really kind of learned this lesson on your own, you can kind of tell your story through your characters and make sure that there's a problem that comes to a resolution, okay? So at the beginning it says, a fable is a very short story, 2 or 3 paragraphs, okay? No more than that. And it has a moral or a lesson that you're teaching. Your story may feature animals that talk, okay? A lot of fables have animals that act like people. So your characters can act like people, but they still can be like animals, okay? So you can use this document to continue making sure that you have every aspect ready. Okay, so you can take your outline from last week and then try to plug it in here and see if you have every single thing covered, okay? Like you have a moral, you have characters, you have a setting that you made clear, like where is your story taking place? What's your character trying to accomplish? Like, what are they trying to do? And what's preventing the main character from doing that? Like, what's their character flaw? Are they selfish? Are they jealous? Like, what is it? And then what has to happen for that character to kind of get over, their jealousy or whatever? what happens with the other characters that leads to a resolution that everything is a lot better. And then how does it come to an end? How do your characters learn? How do they become, how does it all kind of come together? What is the ending? Okay, that's a great tool right there. All right. As you go through the lesson, there are other documents that you will see, okay? Like this one. This is your checklist. All right, so after you've kind of come up with your rough draft, which means, and it'll tell you when to do that. It'll tell you to write down your paper, okay? So try to stick with the structure from the outline, 2 or 3 paragraphs. Write it out. Make sure you don't just put it all in one paragraph. You want to have 2 or 3 paragraphs, okay? Then you need to check it. Don't just turn it in after you type it, okay? Check it with this checklist, all right? You have to revise your work. So you want to kind of look at these things like, how does this look in my paper? Did you check your capitalization? Did you check for misspelled words? Did you use spell check? Some people are like, well, I'm really bad at spelling. Well, all computers have spell check, okay? Or you can download Grammarly.com to your computer and it will help you. Or you can get an adult to help you. There are so many things to look at. So take your time, check your work, because it's worth it, all right? And then this sheet is your rubric, okay? People don't really like to use this because it's a lot to look at. But this first column are the things that will help you get a high score, okay? So if you read what this says in that first score, in that first column, it tells you high scoring students will do the following. That means you want to try to do all of these things, all right? So read that carefully, check what you've done, and make sure it's in those guidelines, because that is exactly how Ms. Doak grades, okay? So basically the assignment says, write a fable that is 2 to 3 paragraphs long. Remember that fables teach a lesson, okay? So the whole theme of your paper, like your whole point, is that you are trying to teach us a lesson, that actions have consequences, or whatever your theme is, but basically you want to teach us a lesson about how to be better people, okay? Make sure you have probably someone that's telling the story, like a narrator, and then maybe 1 or 2 other characters. Don't put too many. You want to have a conclusion that helps us understand how your problem came to a resolution. Use complete sentences, and then use your checklist to revise and edit, okay? And always, always, always check the rubric before you turn it in so you understand how you're going to be graded, okay? If you still have questions about anything, come to live help, all right? Don't just sit and be confused and worry yourself, okay? Come to live help. We have it every day, Monday through Thursday, okay? And remember, when you're done, you have to make sure that you have typed your fable and then submit it right here. Click this link and it will open up another screen and let you upload your document, okay? Do not scan in copies and submit individual pictures. That will not be graded, okay? You have to save the Word document that you typed and upload it as a Word document. Okay, if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Thank you.